Alright guys, so I'm start on the builds, but I was going to show y'all something real quick about kind of doing a finish. Kind of debatable how it's going to turn out. If it doesn't turn out right, I'm just going to get powder coated. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out some bars that are already painted. I'm going to sand them down to bare metal, and then I'm going to go and take them and basically clean them up. Heat mark them, blacken them with some blackener chemicals. And then once I get done with that, then I'll put a heavy layer of clear coat on it, and hopefully they turn out right. Don't know yet, but we'll see what I do. Alright, so here's the bars. They're solid iron cross bars. I'm going to have to strip them down. I'm just going to sand them down. I'm not going to use any stripper. The stripper that you buy nowadays is not usually that good. But these things are pretty chipped up and banged up. They've been around the block. I might have to do some extensions on them. But yeah, let's get these things sanded down, cleaned up, and you'll see where they end up. What's up, Hank? Yeah, dog. So yeah, I got these things rolled out now. Sanded them down, bare metal. That way, yeah. Let's see if I might put the heat marks on later, but I think I'm going to go ahead and try it now and then blue them and see if it comes through. If not, then I will go and get them heat marked again. All right, let's see. All right, guys, so I got the artificial heat marks on. Again, I just do this with a little torch and just heat them up just barely enough to make them start changing colors. So I'm going to go ahead and put some bluing on here, some gun bluing. Actually, it's not gun bluing, but it's a blackener. And then hopefully with the blackener, it will darken it up. And if the heat marks disappear a little bit, that's fine, you know, because I kind of did them a little bit on the big side. My torch isn't that pinpoint, but yeah, get this thing kind of rolled out looking, and then once it's where I want it to, then I'll put a bunch of clear over it, and that way it looks right. All right, let's see. All right, so here it is, raw form. The heat marks went away when I did the blackener. So I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and reapply them a little bit, so that way they're a little bit more visible, because once this thing gets cleared, they're gonna go away. You can see a little bit of one right there, but yeah, this side kind of went away. So I'm gonna go ahead and heat mark them one more time, and then I think it'll be ready for clear. Again, that blackener is pretty cool stuff. It's chemically done, and you just brush it on and let it set up for a little bit, and then wipe it off, and that's what you get. You get kind of this raw brown look. So yeah, let me see where it ends up here. All right, kind of show y'all real quick what I'm doing. So those bars are cut down pretty far, not crazy far, but I'm going to do bar extensions, so I'm going to go ahead and machine them. I started machining this one, so and then I will weld it. I just want to get it really close to the inside of the bar, so I'm going to machine a little bit more, and I'll show you how it slips in. All right, so as you can see here, again, this is just going to press into there. That way I just have to fusion weld it, and then this part will align it. So yeah, it's basically a press fit, and once it's in there, I'm going to, like I said, weld it. And that's already ready to go. So I just got to make a second one of these guys. All right, guys, so I put the heat marks back on it. I got that thing cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it with some clear, see where it ends up. Hope for the best. But yeah, should look good. I've done that to one of my other bikes. I did that probably 5 years ago. These are the meth bars that Shad put out. Still got them on my S&M barcode, but yeah, you can see these are artificial heat marks, and so that way it came out pretty good. They're old, they're chipping up now, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so got the bars all done. Basically, I ended up not doing the bluing because, again, it kept hiding the heat marks. I wanted them to stand out for the show stuff. They came out pretty good. I used like a satin clear on them, and yeah, they look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around, and I'll show you, and then I'll probably throw some grips on it. I might throw the stem on it that I'm going to use, but I'm going to kind of cut it at there because I want it to be a surprise for one of the follow-up videos. Of course, it's going on it's solid bars. So I'll show you kind of the quick mock-up, sub-assembly, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, and that way you see kind of where it's going. All right, so there they are. I didn't really paint too much on the ends because grip's going to be there, so I kind of painted to right about there. But it's just a satin clear, so that way it kind of gives it that dull sheen color. I sanded them all the way down, Scotch-Brighted them down, and then shot the clear satin over it. And you know, I put the artificial heat marks on it. Again, my torch isn't fine point enough to really get the small marks, so but it is what it is. And I'm trying to get this thing together. Ideally, if I had one of those little pencil torches, the oxyacetylene pencil torches, I could get those heat marks perfect. But yeah, so this is what it is. I got some stickers coming for it, but I'm going to throw some grips on this real quick, and you'll see where I'm at. All right, guys, so check it out. Grips are on. I didn't actually cut down the bars at all because there's going to be brake levers. Going to have a front and rear brake on this bike. So I kind of want to leave enough meat because it's going to have a Tech 99 on both sides. So those clamps are pretty big. But stems on it. Bars are looking good. Grips are on it. I put the Odyssey bar caps on. So that also took up some space on the grip tube. But again, I'm going to stretch those grips out a little bit more. But yeah, they're looking right. So yeah, and big shout out to, you know, everybody that kind of helps me out with this stuff. You know, I find a lot of this stuff on BMX Museum and whatnot. And then on top of that, you know, Shad and you know, Chad Powers at Powers BMX. And then I go to the shows, Angel Martinez and his lady put on the Texas BMX Roundup at all the major cities in Texas. And so hopefully, yeah, you'll see this bike together. I'm doing little sub-assemblies. I got, if I can scroll over there, I got the T1 bars ready for the T1. So, and again, that's going to be a Taj style build. But I'm going to kind of keep this one a surprise for y'all as far as colors. As you know, it's going to be the Killing Machine. But I wasn't sure on the color, so I'm going to leave it at that. And y'all will see it in the build video, or you can see it in person. I'll be at the Austin BMX Roundup come, let's see, June 8th. So come on by, check out some sick bikes. I'll have a bunch of mine out there. And all the other ones that people bring out is just, it's insane what people have up in their attics and garages and stuff. So yeah, we'll see you there.